I'm trying to make this into some fucking motivational shit, but I think the honest truth is that I'm really tired of doing myself a disservice, and I'm really tired of being quiet about it. Hey guys, T Steel here. Not in the podcast studio, but in my humble abode. Lots has changed since I've seen you last, in very positive ways. I will admit that there were a few videos that got lost in edit. Just because, I don't know, I got kind of bored editing them and felt like, I don't know, they didn't feel worthy of making it out of the Google Drive, you know, after sitting and trying to watch it through for the edit. I was like, I'm not really feeling this. So I just did it. But in doing that, I did you guys a disservice because, you know, now you're less tapped into the shit and aren't getting all the isms that you might normally get for your own life through my own lens. You know what I mean? That being said, though, to sum it all up, I guess, holy shit, Rolling Loud? Whoa. Rolling Loud is fucking crazy. Tour is fucking crazy. And I know that my emotions aren't necessarily conveying that, and I'm hoping that I can get to why that might be, like, rather quickly. Because I get how it might seem misaligned, but as someone who's deeply emotional and deeply aware and unfortunately incredibly grounded in the happenings, both above the surface and below it, my life has decided that it won't wait for me to decide that I'm ready to change for it to change. I'm like losing friends. Some intentionally I'm, you know, removing access, you know, from, because, you know, you find shit out and instead of being confrontational and being like, hey, how could you? Which all valid thoughts, by the way, and you should ask bitches, hey, like, how could you? But if you're talking to someone who very rarely finds that logic in them to level with you, and if, you know, what they did is insanity, sometimes there's nothing to negotiate with. Sometimes there doesn't need to be a conversation, simply put. And on top of that, grief and family complexities and all that shit. Like, I'm sure my bitches out there get it, who come from complex places. But I just want to say, though, like, low-key, bro, my shit might be a little bit different, bro. I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Today's episode might come across more like a rant, but I promise that it has a theme. And as of now, it feels like, I don't know. I'm the chef, right? I'm cooking. They're always like, T, you're cooking. And then I'm finding bugs in the flour, girl. I'm finding bugs in the flour, and The brown sugar is doing that thing where it's clumping up, and the food's still delicious. You know, it's not gonna kill me, but I'm aware that there are bugs in the food and that the milk is curdling when you put it in there. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a sign that we need to get more ingredients in the kitchen. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I'm choosing to take shit. Because that's just kind of how I've learned to alchemize things. But I'm sure that you can tell from my tone of voice. Like, bitch, I'm exhausted, bitch. Bitch, I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted, okay? They're asking me to be a scientist with no beakers. Asking me to be a scientist with no safety goggles. Asking me to be a scientist with no degree. No PhD. I'm seeing reactions and I'm getting to it. You know what I mean? Like, it's a skill that I've had to learn. Shout out, you know, discernment and all that stuff, but it's made me a hyper-vigilant person. I literally gave myself a chronic illness, an autoimmune disease, over just, like, letting shit sit in my fucking body for so long. And not letting it get out. So, sorry if I'm so fucking gassy, dude. I don't know what that is. Actually, I do know what that is, because I've had a lot of anxiety lately. I think my whole body is just pissed the fuck off. It's yelling at me to sit the fuck down. It's yelling at me to rinse cycle some shit that I've been dragging my feet on. And I'm speaking so broadly because I'm not just talking about one isolated scenario. Like, I'm not a complicated lady, but I am complex. And I could sit here and try to explain all of it to you. You just would not fucking get it. You just would not fucking get it, man. And I actually wrote about that today on my Substack. I said I wasn't really going to publicly share my Substack because my Substack, I feel like, is an extension of what used to be just like my laptop journal, which is of a different nature than my, you know, pen to page journal that I use on my everyday. The laptop journal is like, oh my fucking God, I can't believe that I might never find true love, and it's midnight and the birds are chirping, and I wonder if that's a sign that people on the other side are speaking to me. Like, that's what my laptop diary, etc. shit feels like. It's always adjacent to some type of poetry. Whereas, you know, my handwritten journals can lean into that, but it's more so like, bitch, I was at the cafe and this girl was talking about how she had gangrene. What is gangrene? Sorry, don't know where I pulled that out of. I don't know. I'm just kind of face to face with everything in my life, and as it's leaning towards the betterment side, there is a reaction within my body that I'm noticing that is kind of freaking me out a little bit. And I notice it. I'm going to put my hair up briefly. So yeah. I've just been having a really hard time adjusting post-tour. Because what do you do with your life, like, immediately after you do what in your mind felt like one of the biggest things you could accomplish? And mind you, like, I did it all independent, so I'm on the road with virtually no money, like, struggling through all this shit, watching everybody else on this bus who has a team. I guess aside from Mano's on the same bus as me, girl. But, you know, everybody else is, like, taken care of, you know, company cards, etc., da-da-da. A manager to bankroll, etc. Or, you know, whatever the hell. But it's like you do this huge thing and Then I'm talking about right after the tour, like the day I got back, shoes weren't off my feet, suitcase wheels were not done turning, immediately in a turbulent gay breakup. Whoa, mind you, we fucking are like, our lives are not separate. Our work lives are virtually the same. You know, it would, to make a fucking long goddamn story short, girl, after the biggest fucking thing I've ever done, I'm so fucking proud of it. I'm so fucking proud. I went on stage every single day and gave it my fucking all. I was so excited to talk to everybody and to finally get like the outward affirmation that I'm not tweaking and that like I'm allowed to be impactful, and that doesn't make me like a boisterous person. It doesn't make me delusional. It doesn't make me any of that. I'm merely in those positions to perform them for people because I needed to make it for myself, and like it was fucking fun. Like I'm never saying shit just to say it unless like what I'm writing for a client or something, not under my own lens, just serving as a mouthpiece, you know what I mean? But I came off this high and immediately got my shit rocked. Immediately got my fucking shit rocked, had to do the LA show, and then had to do, you guessed it, my birthday, and another show that I had on my own, booked for my birthday, and oh God, fell out with a friend too, like someone I really, really, really truthfully thought would have my back forever, someone that I thought was just different. Oh, he's fucking different for sure. He's fucking different for sure. Never heard about no shit like that in my fucking life. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane happenings coming right at the tail end of the biggest fucking thing I've ever done in my life. So I'm like, I should relaunch 7 Radio. I should get back to the podcast. I need to start editing the doc because I did with my homie David. Shout out Dizzy. We are in the middle of editing and compiling all the assets for a wonderful tour doc. As anecdotal as that is, watching some of the footage back, oh man, it really hurts to know how deeply I feel. And, you know, that I don't think there's ever going to be anyone who truthfully understands it, or at least that's where shit is at now. Even the ones I could look to at any point in time and know that I'd get no judgment, just guidance, just, you know, pure love and adornment and the drive to be needlessly curious, right? I have a lot of people in my life. I have a lot of people, I think, who know me well, or think that they know me well. I have a lot of people in my life who, you know, are aware, but I can't say that the things that I was sitting with throughout that entire tour, the conclusions I was coming to, I mean, even now, post Rolling Loud, like, that was a full month between the end of that shit and where we're at now. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. And no one will know what I mean. Even my counterparts in these conflicts I'm talking about will never know. Will never fucking know the shit that I went through during that period, where every single time I'm bumping into anyone, mind you, it could be a listener out in the streets. Oh my God, hey T, oh my God, it's so nice to meet you. Can I get a picture? Abso-fucking-lutely. I love you so much and you're changing my life and giving me reasons to live every day. Tag me. And then I walk away and deal with sorrow and panic attacks and heartbreak and financial ruin and lack of community and constant misunderstanding and being in this environment where I'm just trying to convince people I'm a good person, like I'm doing the right thing here, like I'm not bad, I'm not bad, I'm not bad, I'm good, I'm not bad. And I'm sure that you guys are like, how could anyone be like, T, you're bad? dude, turns out anytime I show strong emotion that's like not within the whole like quirky predictability spectrum, holy fucking shit, if I don't perform my role, things get sticky. Right? T starts speaking up for herself. T starts calling shit like it is. It's a no. It's a no, bro. They be booting my shit out the chat, bro. I'm gonna lose my mind if this screen dims one more time. What's up with that? What's up with that, you guys? I'm right here. I'm right fucking here. I'm trying to find the point, okay? It's here and I know it is. Success doesn't look like what you think it's gonna look like, okay? Take me, apparently the quintessential example of the modern day successful independent black woman. Except for the fact that, oh, and the spiritual bitches say, don't say you have no money, but bitch, where is it? Huh? I fully believe in the power of the tongue and speaking abundance onto yourself, but bitch, let's be realistic for just about 3 minutes and talk about the fact that not having stability, not being comfortable, feeling like at any point your shit is going to be whole life shambles because of 1 bill, 2 bills. That's not a good way for anybody to live or to regulate themselves, bro. Regardless of whether or not you're tethering yourself and grounding yourself in, the art of creation. You know what the fuck I mean? And then let's throw heartbreak and betrayal and grief and fucking everything else you could fucking think of probably onto that. If it could happen, it did, girl. It did. And then I got the fuck on stage at Rolling Loud and did it. Confused. Live stream cut off. Instrumental not playing for the first 45 seconds of my shit and I was only on for a minute. Couldn't hear on stage. Didn't matter. Didn't fucking matter, bro. I sang my fucking heart out. And it was so much fucking fun. I walked with confidence through all the confusion. I walked with grace through all of the fucking agitation that I kept meeting as I kept telling people my intentions and my heart, and people kept telling me, no, this is how I feel, so this is the truth. And my coward ass at the time didn't have the guts to be like, actually, fuck all of this. Fuck all of this. I didn't have it in me, bro. So I said, okay, maybe you're right. And then went about my shit and tried to live in the juxtapositional hell that is knowing your truth and not living in it. Whoa. It's like, okay, so I'm choosing that? Oh, so I'm fucking myself. Oh, so I'm fucking myself. And so once I started learning about the fucking, I was like, okay, no one's gonna unfuck me. I have to unfuck me. How do I unfuck me when I keep letting these people fuck me? We're all doing the fucking. What is that? What the fuck is that? You know what I mean? Like, that's how I feel. And once I could sit with, oh my God, I'm getting fucked. Oh my God. Then it was like, okay, well, that's like the worst. Like I said, if something could go wrong, it did go wrong. Okay, girl, now it's only up from here, right? And so that's in that point where I'm at now. It's like, okay, they say going back to square one. It's like, but it's like, okay, that's square one. No one says square zero. They really don't say square two either, but I think that there's something to be said about needing to rebuild. And not gonna cap any of the points in my life in which I performed this willful ignorance, you know, consciously and continually with lots of effort, pretending not to fucking know the things that like I critically sit with on a day-to-day, just pretending not to feel the seeping realizations of, you know, knowing what's going on, who I am, how I feel. I know that I'm someone that needs to live in nature or adjacent to nature. If I don't live in it, commit to a routine that allows me to go get that vitamin D, girl, and to get the sensory experience of the hearing the birds chirp and the water, bubble and the leaves crunch. Like, I need that. I can't do all the city fucking noise. I live in downtown Los Angeles. Bitch, it's hell. It's fucking hell. And I did get to build a beautiful, amazing, home with my partner here. But fuck if it isn't compromise. And there's nothing wrong with compromise, but I think that there's something to be said about knowing your limits and knowing your threshold. Had no place to put my fucking clothes or any of my belongings. It's just loud as fuck outside. Like, just all of these things that I didn't necessarily understand would come with shifting from my environment of my old apartment, which was spacious and had natural lighting in the room and cheap rent and da-da-da. I still have cheap rent and a safe place to lay my head and someone who loves me in the house. You know what I mean? But I took, I have everything I need as shut the fuck up and don't ask for anything else or everyone's gonna fucking hate you and take it personal. And it sounds like a lot, but unfortunately, sometimes that's how they be doing me. And so my body is just getting accustomed to being okay with nothing, being okay with less, smiling while taking the beating, right? While seeing an alternative route, which I could take that would briefly be uncomfortable for maybe myself and others, but long term would mean, okay, I stood up for myself and also I'm gonna have what I need on the other end. Yay! This tea has not been choosing. I haven't been choosing that, bro. I haven't been choosing that route. I don't know what's up with that. For a long time. A humble bitch like me will tell you like it is. I let people tell me how to feel about shit. I would do the courageous thing initially and be like, hey guys, everybody's being a little fucked to me. I think we should do right by me. I think we should do by right me. That would be fun. That would be fun if everyone did right by me. And then when they didn't and even retaliated, I was like, you're right. Fuck. Yeah, you're mad, so actually you're right. My bad. I will adapt. And then I just kept adapting. I'm getting to the point, I promise. And I hope no one feels attacked by this, but it is just literally the truth. And I'm not just talking about just my romantic relationship and, that type of shit, or just friends or just family. I'm talking about all of you in totality. That's why I'm like, this is such a risky thing to talk about, but it's so important to where I'm at right now and to who I am as a human being. So I have to be transparent. And if you're mad, fuck you. Fuck you, because it's true, actually. So, yeah, I don't know. Just face to face with all of these choices that I made over the last, year. Just continually getting comfortable with making myself smaller for other people while simultaneously doing, these very important fucking big things, right? It's so confusing. It's so goddamn confusing. What's the point, dude? I've gotten really comfortable with passively operating as the person people need me to be on their time, in their face. But then when I'm in private or I have time for solace and reflection, like I did on tour, or, like I do in between little beats where my partner's at work and I'm jobless and, trying to be creative, it hits me like a ton of bricks that I absolutely, without a doubt, did myself a disservice by performing okayness for everybody else and then just burning the fuck out. Burning the fuck out because I'm running 20,000 untouched tabs of my own. Each notification screaming, bitch, please go get some sun. Bitch, please put that fucking blunt out. Bitch, please turn the TV off. And I didn't. because I got accustomed to the response that I was getting from people in my life, that when I don't know, either chose to do something that I wanted to do without consideration of other people being included, you know, purely for my own regulation, or just because it's something that I enjoy doing on my own, or, you know, having steadfast boundaries, like I need to do this at this time every day, this is the type of person that I am, or all this stuff. Whenever people gave me adverse reactions to that shit, I just took it as Bible, and I was like, well, I actually can't handle it when everyone's mad at me, so to keep everyone not mad at me and to allow for the easiest level of survival, fuck it, you can have your way. And I convinced myself that I wasn't having my way, or that I was having my way, and that, like, taking the high road and, you know, being reasonable and working with people was the proper thing. But no, I just suffered quietly. Same thing happened when I went home on this most recent trip. I just did a trip to my hometown. Face to face with all of these things that are existing, you know, kind of as they are. You know, they haven't really changed, but I have. And I've put so much space between me and some of my childhood and some of those feelings because of that whole idea I'm talking about of you just gotta move the fuck on. You just gotta adapt, bro. You gotta overcome. But in adapting and overcoming, I adopted this sense of erasure. And so as I'm walking through this airport terminal and seeing the signage that has not been updated since I was in elementary school, picking up my uncle from the international side of the O'Hare airport and eating McDonald's fries with my grandma, and smelling Chanel No. 5, like, it hit me like a ton of bricks that, like, I am not at all the same girl or woman that I used to be. Yo, side note, as editor T, none of the cool shit and accoutrement to add to this, because I'm literally holding the laptop. DaVinci opened right now. Put the blade tool directly in this clip. We're gonna insert it right here, baby. I felt like I didn't finish my thought. I'm not the same woman. I'm not the same girl that I used to be, but also my environment is not the same as it used to be either. Even though the signs are, none of the people are. You know, that uncle I don't talk to as much. My whole family is in a weird fucking way. And our matriarch died of cancer last spring. Like, things are really fucking different. And, like, yeah, I get to come home and be like, I've grown. But the environment isn't necessarily mirroring that either. It's not like, oh, everybody's up now, we're grown. It's like, no, everybody's old. Everybody's fucking old. My dog is old. You know, my parents are getting old. I'm learning things about the adults in my life who are no longer just, you know, absolutely decorated members of my family who can do no wrong. They're actually human beings who have done plenty of fucking wrong, and I disagree with all of it. So I'm sat with the moral dilemma of, like, okay, so we're abusers? Okay, so we're gonna say what now? Okay, so this is acceptable to talk about? Just shit like that the whole time. And, like, yeah, it is like, oh my god, they got rid of the Burger King. Oh my god, the Walgreens isn't there anymore. Oh my god, the mall is dead. I saw all of that coming. The things that you can't predict are the things like, okay, now, boom, somebody die. What? Okay, now, boom, uproot your entire life for this dream. This thing that's not tangible to other people except for the ones who believe you, and even then they're like, ooh girl, that's scary, good luck, we love you. It's fucking weird. It's fucking weird in any capacity to come back to your hometown a different person as things are the same but completely different, but nonetheless especially juxtapositionally next to coming off of something like a tour and Rolling Loud within less than 2 months. You know what I mean? And then everyone's in your face like, hey, we're up. We up? Bitch, I'm down. and no one noticed. Fuck, that's kind of sad. All right, back to it. And I've become quite calloused. I've become calloused and fucking angry. That's only to those who get close enough to that pain point. To everybody else, I'm just kind of removed. I'm either removed or fucking dissociated or... God, this is depressing. I'm sorry. I'm trying to make this into some fucking motivational shit, but I think the honest truth is that I'm really tired of doing myself a disservice, and I'm really tired of being quiet about it. And the beautiful part is that I can do the disservice and then also do a tour independently. No manager, no budget, no nothing. I can also do Rolling Loud. I can also, release bodies of work and be a kind person to the people in my life at the same time, while feeling like this, bag of bones portraying a healthy, excited person. I felt like a caricature of myself rather than myself, and the fact that no one fucking noticed and no one bothered to care broke me. It's still breaking me. It's still breaking me to this day. There's so many people who swear that they know me, so many people who swear that they love me. I think people like the idea of me. I think people like the palatable, predictable, artsy, wise, considerate, fun, intriguing, manic pixie dream girl T. I don't think that they know Tiana, and I don't know if that's my fault or theirs. And so, face to face with this corner that I'm turning, nothing's visible. Nothing's visible except for I'm really, really uncomfortable. And I feel like I've got to change something. And I've said that before. I've said it before. I quit the job. It did the things, right? Briefly left the relationship. Thought about it. Had talks. Came back to it. Make the music. Hang out with your friends. Hyper independence. Isolation. I feel like I've tried everything. And it's still there. That pit. That pit that comes with what it is to be a fucking artist. That lack of outward recognition on something that's so deeply interpersonal. Like, I don't know why I would expect anyone to get it. Not even my partner, not even my mother, especially them. They're so close in proximity to the things that, are mirroring something that would, give a familiarity, an air of familiarity off of me. Something that feels concrete. But no, dude. All the unspoken shit is the truest shit about me. And that's not necessarily anybody else's fault, but I will say that a lot of the shit that could be said and is not said is because I've learned that it's easier to just shut the fuck up. I've learned that it's easier to perform the role of quiet, calm, funny than it is to be open and raw and fluid and dangerously, emotive. I think that real level of vulnerability scares people, and I know that because in the moments when I did have the courage to be as big and as hurt and as, stir crazy and wounded as I was to, whoever it was that I trusted, I've learned a few times that whatever response that you are looking to get from that person is not always there. You know what I mean? You really just want to hear what you know you need to hear internally, which is like, girl, you're fuck them, like you're good, like, and even that's so surface level, and like, you know, it's like you really just have to talk to your inner voice, but your inner voice is tricky. It's a mix of all the inner monologues of the shit that people have taught you when you grew up, good and bad, your own independent thoughts, and then, you know, the secret third thing, which is the knee-jerk reactions that your body has from remembering what it was like to do what you were getting ready to do and having it not be safe. And so I guess what I'm trying to be right now is vulnerable and tell you, yeah, okay, I'm about to drop a shit ton of new music. And yeah, you're about to get sick of me, okay? But I also have to say that since at the cornerstone of my brand, as people would call it, is being honest and raw and authentic, let me just say, if you're like, fuck, I gotta be like T, I gotta get my shit together. Baby, yeah, you do gotta be like T and get your shit together, because she's currently in the making of doing her best. And holy shit, it is painful. And I'm doing it in style, apparently, because no one's coming to check for the bitch. You know what I mean? I just make it look good, allegedly. I don't even remember what the original point of this shit was, bro. Long story short, I'm ready to stop performing as the version of myself that I feel will get a passing grade from my audience, from the industry, from my friends, from my family, from my partner, from the fucking wind, bro. And it's scary to say that and to sit with it, because I know that that means that I'm going to be existing radically. It's going to be fuck all the noise, but the vibrations out of my mouth, you know, like all thoughts considered, like super cute, super cool, love that so bad. And as, you know, someone being conscious in the world, going to take that into account. But I refuse to override, over-explain. I don't want to keep doing that to myself. It's a disservice to the fucking art. It's a disservice to my time, to my body and my nervous system. It's a disservice to whoever the fuck is on the other end of it, too. You deserve to know what's really going on and not get smoke blown up your fucking ass. You know what I mean? But people love smoke up their fucking ass. They're blowing rings and then putting a funnel down their own asshole to blow smoke up their own ass. Like, you don't even need to do it for them. People thrive off of the smoke in their ass. But god damn it, I'm choking on the ass smoke. Can we crack a window open? Do you know what I mean? Like, I hope I'm not sounding like a Maya Papaya from fucking Love Island. Separate side note, that girl, it is snowing. It is snowing. Avalanche. Someone tell her, wipe her fucking nose and get that jaw still. Holy fuck. Everybody's skiing. But yeah, man, this next project is gonna feel a little bit heavier, and it might come as a surprise. Because I've just been like, hey, come up, hey, Black Boy Max, hey, Underground Rap Princess, hey, girl. If that's not a fucking lie, I mean, it's true. It happened. It's out there. It's happening right now. I'm gonna keep bossing up. But the truth of it is, I keep hiding my hand, Brody. I'm like, hey, I'm so up. We're not talking about the down. And bitch, I've taken some losses. Law of exchange, right? But no matter how I sit here and fucking intellectualize it and fucking, I'm Carl Jung, okay? Fuck. I'm Eckhart Tolle. Fuck. Oh my God, I'm Miss Hicks. Like, oh my God, no. It can just be what it is, dude. They shouldn't have fucking did you like that, Brody. It's fucked up what they did to you, fam. I'd be fucked up if they did like that. Oh, like, you know what I mean? That little video, that little Amish boy, or that little Ashkenazi Jew, dude. He had the little curls and shit. His shit was fucked up. They had that nigga OD fucked up. Everybody got to be fucked up right now. I'm losing the plot, bro. I'm losing the fucking plot so bad. I don't know. I just, in the vein of being the most truthful version of myself I can always be, and in being transparent and trying to make it all make sense for literally anybody else who's going through the same shit too. Girl, this shit is not what it seems like. You see me swaying to self-soothe? I caught myself mid-sway. I said, girl, didn't know we were on a cruise. Boarding in Peru. Is Peru even? My bad. I just, you know, shit like that. The neck cracking, the whole my fascia's made of fucking brick and cement. That wasn't a thing. That wasn't a thing because I put so much work into yoga and meditation and like literally being isolated. I'd park my car and sit in my trunk and just read. Like, I used to be so committed to that. And I don't know if it was just because I was single or because I hadn't been hit by the truthfulness of how harsh adulthood really is, especially in a city like LA when you're choosing the route of being an entrepreneurial, creative professional rather than going down the route of, you know, choosing a life of getting a regular job and building a family and doing all of that shit and, you know, health insurance and gotta work 5 days, you know what I mean? Like, and I think that there are people who do the middle ground too, but I'm really, really, really balls to the fucking wall, like, trying to make this shit happen. And as cute as it looks on the internet. Whew. Yeah. Yeah. And mind you, I'm finding out everybody's on drugs. Everybody's on drugs. Drake was right. No friends in the industry too. Whoa. Whoa. Everybody's on drugs. What's up with that? So I just... To make a very long and complicated story short, because I feel like I've been talking for a really long time, I feel like you deserve to know that even the most ideal pick, someone you think has it all figured out and oh fuck, like if I can just get like them, if it's up then it's stuck. Ooh baby, I feel stuck. Okay? It's up. For sure. The jig is up. I just, holy shit. So I don't know. All that being said, I don't know, dude. I just think, I feel really deeply. I'm sick of acting like I don't. I'm done being treated really fucking weirdly and then being told, no, that wasn't weird, you're tripping. I'm done. I'm fucking done. And if that means that everything around me crumbles, so fucking be it. At least I did it on my own terms. Baby, Paris is fucking burning. Like, there's no other words to say about it. And I'm sure that you can feel my exhaustion through the screen. This is the exhaustion of a woman who has tried everything, given everything, reasoned with the unreasonable, thrown logic at the illogical. So, fuck it. It's about me now. Simply put, I prioritized everybody and everything else. Came out sick. And I'm not talking dope, okay? Like, so if you're listening to this and you're in a similar position, just feeling icky and fucking, oh my God, I've been doing this for too goddamn long, but still somehow showing up every day doing that same fucking shit, it's okay, bro. It's okay. And you're gonna find your way, because I'm finding it too. I unfortunately just make it look a little cool, so like people are just sucking my dick all day. And then I go home and cry. And that's not sad. Like, this isn't a cry for help. I'm just being fucking honest. Like, it comes in waves, right? Right? Shit. I don't know, dude. I just feel like to be the person I am is to be ever changing. And to be the person I am is to archive the changing. And right now, I feel so small and so confused and so misdirected and so mishandled. And again, misunderstood, if I didn't say that. Misunderstood. I don't think I want to be understood anymore. I think that the road to trying to be understood is way too treacherous, and I would rather be actively misunderstood and know that at the end of the day, I get it. I understand it. No one else has seen it how you have seen it, babe. Quite frankly, they just cannot get it. I have 26 years of context. I could sit across the table from you at a diner and give you anecdote after anecdote. You just won't fucking get it. You didn't live it. And I think I'm only just now kind of getting a delayed release, like a fucking extra strength Tylenol, of all of the shit that I endured from various people in various chapters of my life. And bitch, I'm irritated. Simply put, I'm disgusted. And mad at myself. But I don't think that rage should be directed towards me. Yeah, I don't think that rage should sit in my body and be directed towards me. But it has started to bubble out of my body and make me an angry person. At the end of the day, I fucking get it. At the end of the day, I had good intentions. At the end of the day, I'm creatively maneuvering this fucking life with as much kindness as I can muster in a dictatorship. Okay, like, fuck. I'm gonna wrap this up, though. It's okay to not know, right? It's okay to fuck around and find out. It's okay to have a lust for life and be discontent in the one you're sitting in. It's okay to learn from your mistakes a little bit too late and maybe realize that you're making some of them in this moment right now. It's okay to resort to survival tactics for way longer than you need to. It's okay to restart. It's okay to be sad and emotional. It's okay to grow out of things, people, places. Yeah. This life is so big and beautiful and confusing and grand, and I just have so many feelings about it. But whatever, man. This is 7Pod. I'm confused. I have to pee. These are my socks. They're pink and with weed. Oh, fuck. I have to pee. Okay. Fuck, I just rambled for so fucking long about how miserable I am. They're gonna love this episode. Fuck me. No, they want to hear me giggle about fucking What? Net's been performing in the fucking rain at Rolling Loud? Oh, God. God fucking damn it. My name is C-Steel, and this is my podcast. Thank you for listening to it, and stream my music if you want me to sustain my beautiful life off of the things that I care about instead of daydreaming about getting a job that will sustain me, even though knowing that that won't sustain me for shit, because I'm actually just going to quit it on the back end anyways, because if I'm not doing anything that's creative or sustaining my creative life and all the things that I need in that way, then I might as well be dead. Thanks for watching. Fuck!
You are now listening to 7 Radio.